Well, apparently we are now live. Hello, everyone, and welcome to a terrible stream for terrible people in a terrible flat that I... Oh, why, oh, why, oh, why? And welcome to... I literally... Oh my God, that is so goddamn irritating. Volume 0. Why are you playing back? Fun. Just more fun. Yeah. Still here, still in the flat, still not happy. Although Mrs. Tick is getting uncomfortably used to it, or at least you don't hate it as much as you did. Is that about right?
I'm more like I'm getting used to hearing people's conversations relatively clearly because the walls are paper thin. I'm like, oh yeah, they're having that conversation again.
Yeah.
Or hearing people's sex noises. And I'm like, oh, that's nice.
We haven't heard people's sex noises since.
I have heard people's sex noises.
No. I said we haven't heard them since. If you let me finish. We haven't heard them since the first place we were at. And I don't really remember hearing them much there either. I definitely heard them from time to time.
What first place?
Okay. Before we were here, we were in our current home. And then before that, we were in our first place.
Ah.
You look so confused.
I don't know. We moved around so frigging much. I don't know what place you mean.
Twice.
Leave me alone. I'm tired.
Sorry. Anyway, yeah. So
you're not even checking chat, you stupid fop. Right? Put the button down so you can see the live chat.
What? Put the button down?
Yeah.
Oh, I see the bottom. Well, that's not my fault. Anyway, I'm not looking at the chat yet because we're introducing. We're starting off.
No, you are. I'm not.
You're getting mad at me. This is perfect. Yeah. So we're still here. Tomorrow, the kids turn old, which is weird. They're getting really old now. They're basically pensioners. So there's that we didn't want to have to do here, but apparently we will. So, you know. And for many of you who already know, but YouTube decided that my last video was going to be demonetized 4 hours into me publishing it, which was like 1 o'clock in the morning, and I only happened to check for no goddamn reason. And I was like, wait a second, what the fuck? Yeah. So I was super goddamn happy about that. Definitely don't feel like I'm getting picked on by the universe. Kick them out. They're old enough by tomorrow. In Ugandan, why are you sick? Why are you English? For God's sake. Yeah. So, kind of last night I didn't sleep well. Couldn't sleep. Was really pissed off, upset, angry, just kind of done with the whole situation. Like, I've been trying to convince myself for the last couple of weeks that bad shit hasn't been happening basically every day, but it fucking has. More annoying than the first week of this bullshit, but definitely it's just been non-stop, and that was just like straw breaking the camel's back, and I am fucking done. So I'm going to pester the woman who's in charge of our thing.
One of the major annoying things is because since we're here, you're not doing any like eBay things.
Yeah, like my main business is just on the back burner because I can't do anything because all my stuff is at the house, and sending anything is just pointless. Thankfully, YouTube actually gives me enough of an income, and we have some savings that I could sort of not. But now it's just like, okay, this shit is getting fucking ridiculous. And with being demonetized, it's like, okay, yeah, you can stop it now, world. I get it.
Oh, God, I can't see a thing. I need my glasses.
Where are you?
Oh, blind girl's talking.
Perfect.
I'll go get my glasses.
Good plan. So, yeah. That's why you're to you on of money gonna donate a shit ton tonight. No. Like, it's... Like, we're still not desperate for money, but I'm just getting really pissed off with everything. I'm going to have to just move... Because the other thing is, I didn't want to move my stock. And now I'm just going to fucking have to. And we've been looking into... Like, we wanted to get set up with merchandise so that people could have that stuff. And it's just like, we could be gone this time next week, or we could still be here, and we don't know. And it's the not knowing that makes everything so much more difficult.
We get a phone call tomorrow saying, oh yeah, by the way, you're going to be leaving in 2 days. And we're like, okay, so getting everything organized related to anything is pointless.
We've had a much more important question, and not just because it's a super chat, but Food Babe, smash or pass? Pass. Pass. I think she's rancid.
I don't know, right? Because you have a thing, right? You're incredibly picky with people. And the more that when you're around someone and their personality is something that you consider not attractive, their physical looks become unattractive to you. That's very common for you to do.
Yeah.
Whereas with me, it's sort of like...
Yeah, I'll fuck anything. No.
Well, I think I don't explore my lesbian side that much. So it's sort of like, yeah, whatever, do.
I don't explore my lesbian side. Sounds like a great name for an album.
It does, actually. But no, I don't. And it's sort of like, okay then. And I would, because she's dark-haired and she's got reasonably passable tits. So there you go.
I think the main problem I have with her is
like a hate fuck.
It's the sort of face.
Hate fuck.
No, but yeah.
We've seen a video where she gets tied up, and I was like, I'd tie her up.
For God's sake. Yeah. So I'm kind of done with the whole thing. I just want to get back to normalcy. I just want to be able to work. I mean, we've been organizing all sorts of stupid shit that would probably have taken us a couple of months to start even thinking about. But like with the fridge freezer dying, so we went for a lot. Like, we went to go see Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse, which is very, very good, FYI. If you like Spider-Man, you'll probably really like that film. And Mrs. Sick doesn't even like Spider-Man.
You have some universal credit. I have
more than paid enough.
Paid enough. Thank you. I appreciate
it. They decent film. Mrs. Sick doesn't even like.
I'm not.
You don't hate him, but you're not like a big fan.
I'm not really into Marvel-y stuff, to be honest. Their superheroes are quite boring. I do like Batman.
Batman is DC.
Yeah, he's not Marvel.
Yeah, but most people would argue that DC's heroes are largely.
I don't know,
more boring, but I don't even know.
I find Batman really interesting.
Batman's not interesting. Batman is the world's most capable person and all the money in the universe. He has interesting baddies.
No, because he has a lot of history behind him. Because it's like he has to play two people essentially, and you got to guess well, who's the real person, and is it a bit of both, or is he just exaggerating a part of his personality in order to fit in, so people don't suspect he's Batman, or is he actually just being himself, and then Batman's just an exaggeration of something else? Well,
you clearly don't know enough about Batman.
I love the villains in it. The villains are the
Batman considers Batman to be who he is, and Bruce Wayne is.
When I was a kid, and there was Uma Thurman, and she was dressed up as Poison Ivy.
I prefer Bat.
And then she dressed up as Poison Ivy, and I was like, oh my god, I would. And then there was Arnold with Dr. Freeze?
Mr. Freeze.
And the stupid frigging puns that I came out with. That film was amazing. I loved it so much, and it made me fall in love with Batman.
A form of Batman that is easily the worst Batman.
I don't care. It was really fun, though.
A Bat credit card pulls out all the guns. because I remember an animation where he was together with Superman, Batman, Superman,
And
stuff, and Justice League is amazing.
The kids like Spider-Man though. That's why we usually they like Spider-Girl.
Oh yeah, that
which is why
one of them is well into Spider-Gwen.
Yeah.
She made me cut out holes in a mask she made, which was just 2 eye holes and a mouth hole. But because she's got a white mask, it works. But yeah, that was great.
And
but
webbing.
Oh, that's so funny. She reaches out forward and goes, tss, 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 and it's thwip. So I had to beat her. But this is not true. YouTube, calm down. But yeah, we went to go see that film. But what we ended up doing afterwards, for way longer than I think either of us thought we would, was like, the cinema is in this sort of commercially district with a lot of big shops. So like, all right, we'll hop across the road and we'll have a little wander around, and then we'll get a cab like 5 minutes. We ended up there for like 2 hours. We started off looking at laptops because like, I wouldn't mind an actual work laptop that I don't hate. That would be nice, and that would allow me to work more easily. And I'm thinking of getting you a new one because your current one is chugging on a bit. And then, we looked at headphones. Well, we did that afterwards, but ultimately we looked at headphones, games, and then oh my god,
and really massive ovens.
The ovens, just the showroom for the ovens and white goods. And when you're a grown up, when you're walking around getting excited over cooking equipment, like a 6 burner, and it's just like, I really like that. I've never used more than 3 at once, but 5, 6, that'd be useful. And then like testing the doors on stuff. The other one was testing the hinges on the laptops, because like a really good laptop hinge, you'll be able to pick it up without the bottom of it lifting up. And so I was like testing them out, and I kept closing them and opening them, and the screen would then go blank. So you had this shop, like half of the screens had the little advertisements on, and half of them were black. I was like, whoops. But yeah, those big fridge freezers, man, they're so sexy, and we have nowhere would we have the space for something like that. Is your electrician still kicking things? I hope not. He wasn't even my electrician. He was from the guy who kicked the power box was from basically the authority in the area, the National Grid people.
You can fit 5 burners on a laptop. I love the idea of someone trying to sell you a laptop and close it down, becomes an oven.
I just like the idea you pull out a laptop and you open it up, and instead of a keyboard, it's just a hob. It's like, no, it's not a laptop. What's wrong with you? Doing stir fry. Yeah. So we've been planning out. Because we wanted some new stuff. A lot of our stuff is not great. False economy stuff, I like to call it now. And so we try and save up money. We're a lot better at saving than we once were. So, like I said, we've got some spare cash-ish, although if that's going to last, considering. But we're still planning out these things now because we've got all better to do half the time. I mean, I would make more videos and like build up cash or something. But I honestly think that I'd end up just making shitter videos, and I already consider myself pretty shit already. So we really can't risk that. And half the time I just don't have the goddamn energy or inspiration. So yeah, fun.
Can I link my stream with my wrench once? Love hat.
If you want to link your stream, go for it. Yeah, whatevs. You can put almost anything in the chat except for like spam.
And
And like
and being really obnoxious, that gets annoying after a while. But
Yeah.
that's same as spam, to be honest.
exactly. Consumerism is bad. Forget the sexy fridge.
No.
I think sexy fridges
I
are
want
good.
a fridge that can be a coffin.
Oh my god. I want a fridge that's nuke proof. I mean, that's the important thing. Kids, to the fridge. Every single time I ever go into a white goods shop and start looking at fridges or freezers, the first thing I do is start talking about how many bodies you can fit into it. Spam
no,
tastes bad.
Pork. I'm not your performing monkey.
Pork. I like pork. That's a great name. And also funny he's not saying spam because although is spam pork necessarily? I assume it's got some in it.
Technically, yeah, it is.
I am so hungry. I'm thinking about spam and a thing that I don't particularly like, and I'm like,
spam is dirty. Don't.
That'd be tasty. Yum. Fridge orgy, yeah. But yeah. Oh, then we went into this one of those like a proper furniture shop with couches and shit, and god damn, this guy the fucking salesman would not leave us alone. It's like, we're just browsing. They have a coffee bar with cookies and coffee that apparently you could just go up to and have. And I'm like, I don't trust it. Like, you take a cookie and like, okay, now you officially have to buy a couch.
Yeah, it's a trap.
Yeah, I'm pretty damn sure. Well, they like start offering it to you. And after the first few times, I was like, if he fucking comes up to us again.
Though. You work for commission and everything, and you obviously want a sale, but it does annoy me when they constantly keep going to it. Do you need some help? Look at all these swatches. Do you need some help? Do you want check out this couch? It comes in all these colours. And you're like, we get it. We're just looking.
Look at the swatches. Look at the swatches. I don't want to look at the swatches. I don't care. I want to sit on the couches and go, ooh, this is comfy. Get up and then walk to the next couch and go, this isn't as good as the last one. So the first chair we sat on in there was easily the best by like some margin.
That was quite a nice set as well.
Yeah. But you didn't believe me. I sat in the chair. I was like, "Oh my god!" And then you sat on the couch version of it. And you went,
"That was pretty comfy."
And you went, "This is all right." I was like, "No, try this." And you're like, "Can't possibly be." Sat in and went, "Oh my god!" I don't even know what it was called, but it was like 400 quid just for the chair on its own.
Yeah.
It's like, none of this shit makes sense. Yeah, but
it would be nice to be able to afford a decent couch set. Obviously, that's something for long-term future.
Yeah, I think living in a nicer place would probably justify that kind of stuff as well. But future goals. Always have a goal to get a really nice couch. One of the things I did figure out that I knew, and I understood, but I never really got my brain to really go, this is a thing you need to do. But again, after we checked the couches, I was like, there were some gaming chairs in that other shop, and I wanted to test them out because I've never found a comfortable chair. Like one. Oh,
someone's saying, we got any advice for VR equipment?
Buy cheap. The Oculus.
Oh, I didn't even see
Edindro. Oh, I see what you did there.
Finger guns. Yeah.
Yeah, you're a racist.
Yeah.
Hi, Ed. If you're not busy, you are welcome to join us. I'll have to thingy the what's it because he's in the. But
a wild hook pickup. Yes.
Yeah, we tested out the gaming chairs because I was trying to find out if there was a chair I could be comfortable in. Turns out there is, and it was like 300 quid. I was like, I can't spend that. But it's also set up with desks that you can actually move under, and I don't have that. The desk I have at home is fucking garbage, but it cost me 9 quid. So I'm like, I have to replace my desk. Like, that is send link, eating. Fine. Yeah.
One thing that I've sort of learned to appreciate as I'm getting older, and I probably did get this from my dad since he is an audiophile, but is an appreciation for really good headphones.
Well, yeah, I've spent
my dad has always been like really adamant about having expensive headphones for a long time, ever since I was a kid. And I was like, oh, why are you spending so much? It's just listening to music. And he's sort of like, he'll just sit there with his headphones on, just listening to music all by himself. And I think it's just sort of like, it came across as something like that an old person would do when I was a kid. But now I'm like, actually, that sounds like, because you need really good headphones to sort of like have an enveloped experience with the music. And now I'm older, I have a way more big appreciation for it. Like the Razor ones that we saw. Yeah,
we tried out a shitload of headphones as well. Which
the Razor ones, like, they had really good bass on them.
They were very comfortable.
Yeah, very
they have
comfy,
huge ear cups.
And they're very light, considering they looked heavy.
Considering that I don't have particularly big ears. Like, I don't have small ears, but I don't have big ears.
I think I have bigger ears.
No, I don't think you have bigger ears.
I have same size ears as you.
So yours are big for your head, then, I guess.
Have you seen the kids' ears? The kids' ears are huge.
Oh, kids always have ears like monkeys.
But they have my ears. So yeah.
But the ones that PewDiePie wears, with his design on it, the same type as those, are really comfortable, very light and quite well made.
Oh, I'd love to have Vulcan ears.
So I'm quite tempted. This was one of the things. If I could find myself. I want to get a comfortable setup so I can sit and work for longer, because the biggest problem I have is that I have to lean forward when I work, and my back just starts to hurt and hurt and hurt.
We watched a Linus Tech Tips on different types of headphones, and Beats ended up being the worst one.
Beats were like,
because they weren't even soundproof, even though they said they were.
Not soundproof, sound damp.
Sound dampening. Yeah. They weren't even sound dampening.
They were just absolute trash. We actually got to test.
They were the worst for the bass as well.
One of the things we did get to test was I think they're the Surface headphones, which are Microsoft's own headphones.
Oh, with the little dials.
Which are apparently not great headphones as headphones, but they have a really, really, really good mechanism. They have dials on them and stuff to sort them. And we were like, oh, okay, we'll put these on. And the dials are fucking amazing. Like, there's something about a super premium piece of equipment that...
Hear me, park, and then I will.
Lumpy bumpy custard. Lumpy bumpy custard gravy would be good.
Oh.
I think that's why I'm going to start calling my jizz.
Don't be mixing your liquids.
That's what I'm going to call my jizz from now on. Hey baby, do you want me to lumpy bumpy custard gravy in you?
So something shouldn't go together.
That is the best phrase for anything ever.
That's a bit of a fetish.
Yeah. So, one of the things I want to do, but I mostly can't be asked. But if we're not going to get out of here, like I said, I'm going to give the woman a call to get out of here. And if we're not going to get out of here next week, then I'm going to start doing things at the other house, and like getting some equipment moved and putting a new desk in and throwing stuff away, and just like clearing out everything we don't need anymore. Like take a day or two and just fucking strip the place of everything we don't need, replace that desk with something good, and just be able to work. That's what I want. That's what I need. I need to be able to sit down and work for hours instead of having to get up every half an hour because my back is fucking killing me. And that's the same thing that's going here, only slightly worse, because I'm also on the floor, which is just fucking, it's not been great. So the fact that I've been able to keep up my video output.
Lumpy bumpy custard.
This is more than I pay for lumpy bumpy custard. I mean, that seems like about the price for lumpy bumpy custard brand custard. I do think that needs to be a thing.
Like the 5 of people who make, like, little advert things.
Hmm.
Maybe I should just like read lines on something and just do my
Just with
accent.
no
Because
fucking
apparently, for some reason, people really like my accent.
and just make it all zero effort. Buy lumpy bumpy custard brand custard. It doesn't taste like Sir Six Jizz. Maybe. Someone said, yes, we were clearing out before we left.
Codeine is amazing for my back.
Well, yeah. We should work out your back, maybe get a personal trainer. It murders back pain like you wouldn't believe. I mean, getting a personal trainer would be nice, but we don't have the money for that, at least. Not that I'd be happy to spend. To be honest, I don't know how much a personal trainer costs, but getting me to exercise full stop is hard. Is like a job in itself.
Like, if you could go and get a gym membership that had trainers included,
I wouldn't go to a gym.
I would, but then again, I'm not.
Me?
Yeah, I'm not bothered about my body, essentially.
I wouldn't go to a gym because I don't like people.
I'd go to one if it were quiet. And
go to an empty gym. Then it would probably be a shit gym.
I think the only major thing I really need to do is keep an eye on my diet and make sure and try and do some sit-ups, because old pregnancy belly is horrible.
Have I been binge watching your videos today? Maybe. Is it currently 11:30 at night where I'm at? Possibly. Am I watching your live stream? Duh. I don't know why people binge watch anything I ever do. I still find that shit bizarre. But is it wrong to refer to prostitutes as personal trainers on my tax forms? Depends if they give you receipts.
Oh, it's proper tickle me.
It still blows our mind when we found out that it's perfectly legal to be a prostitute in this country. You just can't advertise. You can't solicit.
I used to do yoga, like beginners yoga type stuff, which is fine. But after I developed my condition, it is hell on my back to do any type of yoga whatsoever without causing a massive migraine. And you trying to do yoga is hilarious. I got you to do a bit of yoga ages ago, and you couldn't do most of it because you've got dodgy knees.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Half that shit would make my I have an issue where my knee will dislocate. If my heel touches my arse, there's about a 50% chance that will make my knee dislocate. And it's not very fun to put it back in. I'll put it that way. Fucking hell, that was the worst thing. Haven't done it in a while, but it does occasionally happen.
I could do that.
Make a video debunking yoga and personal training. Yeah.
Beginners yogurt. I could do that. Make a yogurt tasting channel, even though I'm not supposed to have dairy.
Yeah, in terms of like staying here, that is one of the worst things that have been. We've gotten ourselves into a really good routine of having veg, rice, and some sort of meat as a meal. And the amount of fucking takeaways we've had here, just because everything's such a pain in the ass to do here, and we don't have a freezer anymore. And when you've got too much shit to do and have no motivation to do any of it in the first place, convenient foods, not necessarily convenience foods, but foods that are easier to cook than others, like bags of steamed veg that you can just stick in the microwave. And I don't know if there's anything particularly wrong with it, but it's still rice. The rice you can microwave as well. Very, very convenient. And then I cook something else properly.
Malfunction, Pammy.
But I absolutely... What?
He wants me to say something.
Who...
I'm sick of dancing for people. This accent is now monetized.
This shit ain't free.
It's just I'm sick of people. Say this, say this, say this. It's so annoying.
Shall we just start you a new channel called live streams, and it's just you just sit there all day
in silence.
In silence until someone pays you to say something. I think that's a fucking genius idea. Dancing, always hold on to your kitchen counter. I mean, I don't tend to dance in the kitchen.
No, you usually just burst into the room and start wiggling at me for some reason.
Well, I've got to get your attention somehow. I mean, you were having a go at me the other day saying, "Oh, we're not intimate enough." And I'm like, "Is this not intimate enough for you?" Moved to UK to become prostitute. Advertises myself in code as various household goods on local bulletin board. People very upset when they don't get a bottle of bleach and it's just you stood there going, "You want some sex?" I should dance for you. I mean, I'll dance right now. Listen to me go. Are you enjoying this dance? It's a good dance. What do you think of the dance?
What, the one that you do for me?
No, the dance I'm doing right now. I'm dancing for them, remember? Don't look at me like
You're
that.
man spreading. You're like taking up half the couch.
Sarah and Sadie, Lady Sick Hour, I'd watch. Yeah. So.
Oh, lemon and sex. Oof.
Oof. Yeah. Hello, Sick and Lady Sick. Hope you are better than me today. Mum health is failing, so I'm not doing well. Glad you're alive. Make me smile, even though I feel like crying. Oh shit, dude.
Sorry, dude.
Oh fuck. I don't know what to say. Just, I hope she gets a bit better. Oh god, no, I am not good at this. I'm gonna go get another drink. You're a woman. You know how to comfort, I think.
Mm-hmm. This is why I don't have friends. I'm really bad at sympathy. Lemon sex. Well, that's one way to add some zest. Oh, for fuck's sake. Is the house still wanting to kill your family? Which one? It'd be weird if the other one just suddenly was outside the window the next morning with a giant knife in its hand. If it had a hand. If it grew a hand.
Grew a hand? Who is deine Bruderhand?
Don't.
Someone earlier mentioned about.
Oh, not you, Cookie. You're basically a sister to me, so that don't count.
Why do you keep talking about shagging her then? Good, that's weird.
Because she's fit.
Hey.
Wincest.
Incest is incest. It's not really your sister, so it's fine. It's just a little bit weird. Someone asked me for advice on VR. Don't have much, but it all depends on what you want. Because if you've got a decent PC already, get a PC set up. Probably an Oculus because it's cheaper and the controllers are way fucking better. And but get a third sensor. And what we did.
You're gonna need headphones.
Oh shit! I didn't even think of that.
The dog has arrived and we can't hear him.
I think if I turn it down quietly enough, it should be okay. Right.
Welcome to my channel. Oh, these guys can't hear me, so.
No, because our voices are coming through, isn't it?
A bunch of faggots.
There we go.
A bunch of
That's
fucking
paused.
losers. Oh. Can you hear me?
Still can't hear him because it's fucking stupid. Okay. Default speakers come through. Which one says the TV? That one. Dave. Speak. Doggo.
Oh, he's doing it on purpose now.
He's like, fine, I'm leaving.
What a bunch of losers.
There we go.
Hey.
You'll have to let us know if it echoes because I have no idea.
And I have headphones on.
Well, not you. Chat. Oh, someone. $20 Canadian. I told you I was going to send you some cab money once I was home. Canadian dollars. You can burn them for warmth if they aren't worth enough.
Thank you.
Cheers, mate. How you doing, Ed?
Eh,
I heard you moved.
Yeah.
I moved, yeah.
And someone's saying no echo.
Echo like hell, no echo. Great.
Do you hear echo in my room?
Right.
I took down my sheets.
Yeah, people are getting echo.
What? Is that the gain up or down?
It's your microphone.
Right. Well, we'll just have to turn Ed low.
We're just gonna have to burn this one down too.
If not, I'll have to go get some headphones. Shit, we don't... See, this is the thing. We don't have any fucking equipment.
But yes, it does have a Discord. Fat chance that it uses it though.
No, I scarcely use my Discord.
Get off the freaking couch.
Cat, stop being an asshole. Yeah. Anyway, sorry, Ed. You moved? You went on a date? Was that a Valentine's thing? Or was it just you being like gay for your girlfriend?
He muted himself.
Has he?
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I went back and listened to some. It didn't sound bad to me.
Ah, maybe people are just whinging. They do that.
They just don't want me here.
I just hear this whiny screeching noise. I don't know what it is. Oh, it's Ed.
Fuck off! My voice is beautiful.
Yeah.
I would
there could
ask
be an echo. Just
how you guys have been, but there is a bit of like maybe it's just the reverberation in my room because I don't have my shit up.
you don't sound that bad to me.
This room is cancer.
Do you need the tiles of foam?
I have a few. They're not doing. They're helping a little, but they're not doing that much.
Oh, you sent me a picture of this room, didn't you? And it's just like a lonely computer in the middle of a
corner,
desolate corner.
Yeah, and I've transformed it. I uploaded a video yesterday, and I put a brief picture of the surrounding area. I've got the green screen up on the side, sort of blocking in. I've got I put a wire between the wall and the window so that it kind of blocks off the corner, and I've got a bunch of fucking old bedspreads hung over to try to. But I moved the bedspreads because it gets really fucking hot in here.
Oh yeah, Florida.
But yeah, it's good. It's good. I spent all my money on a wedding, so I'm broke as shit right now.
Oh yeah, a wedding, not your wedding.
Oh no, of course not.
He's gonna get married. He's same as you. He's just sort of like, nah.
No, I mean whenever I'm ready to end our relationship, I'll go ahead and I'll get married.
Yeah, to someone else.
To me, yeah, it seems to me that's the best way to end a relationship. So
yeah, I have thought of that as well. It's like the amount of relationships that end as soon as they get married is just ridiculous.
Loads of people do.
Yeah. Is that why you want to get married so badly?
No, it's when people they feel obligated or they get pressured into getting married.
Yeah. So
I need to make the next step. We might as well. Let's just get married then. And I was like, it doesn't actually change anything.
Mocking Monica says, I hear a crying child in the background of Ed Indro's audio. No, that's just Ed. just ignore it. Yeah, so you like the new place then? It's
a small house. The house itself is like a 2-bedroom apartment.
Yeah.
In house form. But it is located in the best possible area for what we do day to day. So we're about 5 minutes away from work. We're next to like for the wedding, I needed to get a suit, right? And I needed to get a haircut and a shave. All of that is a good 2-minute walk away. So we're like right smack dab in the middle of everything.
The main problem I can see with being right next to work is like if you decide to play hooky, you can't leave the house. Oh, I'm so ill. Oh, I can't come in today.
Yeah, that's a good point. I'd be right next to everything.
Yeah.
But I didn't actually think of that. But I also made the mistake of telling them how close I am. So being late is if I get late to work, they're like, "You."
Are you sure you're sick? I can see you dancing in your underwear.
Yeah. Well, it's good that you've got a place that you actually like now. I know that you were going to move somewhere that you weren't like thrilled about.
Yeah, initially. And the guy, the landlord was like, I already gave it away. We we set an appointment to go over the weekend, and over the weekend he went out and found somebody else. And he was like, fuck you guys, you took too long. And then we got this way better place. So I'm pretty happy about that.
Right, lol, dumbass.
Yeah. But we've been exhausted all month getting settled in and everything. That's why I have like low energy right now. I think I'm sorry about that.
Hey, I know them feels to a certain extent.
Mm-hmm.
We had to move.
Yes, I know. I know. You always have to one up me.
Why'd you set your house on fire?
Yeah, fucks. I want to talk about my new place. Well, I burned mine down.
Yeah. That's what actually happened. You're like, hey, sick, I'm gonna move. Oh, it's gonna be great. I'm gonna be so happy. Oh, my beer.
Yeah. I want to complain about my financial situation and everything, but every time I do, he's like, well, did your house burn down?
I have been thinking about like how far can I push it? Like my house was on fire this week. My house was on fire 2 weeks ago. My house was on fire at some point this year.
Yeah. At some point, nobody's gonna care. I think you're still good though. I think you get a good bit of mileage out of my house burned down.
I mean, it didn't burn down, although I have said that to one person in passing.
Yeah.
They were like, why are you coming from this direction when I was dropping off the kids at school? And I said, house burnt down. Yeah. And they were like, oh my God, no. I was like, not really. Like, it was on fire. Part of it burnt down.
Part of it burnt true. Down. Yeah. Do you have a melted microwave?
Huh?
Donna's got a question.
They still working on your house, sick? I fucking hope so. We don't know. We're so fucking out of the loop with that. It's driving me up.
They gave up. No. They gave up. They're done. They're like,
no, fuck this house.
This is hard work.
Waiting for them to come back and go, oh yeah, it's going to be 2 weeks.
Oh God, it's been 2 weeks every 2 weeks. The most irritating thing, I think, so far, has everyone been like, oh, so you're going to move into this other place? And I'm like, no.
Is it nice?
No.
No, okay.
It's horrible. It's undecorated. It's got this shitty carpet. Well, we have.
It's horrible. It is undecorated. Every house is undecorated when you move into it.
Yeah, but I have a house that is decorated. That's my point. Why would people are like
the first thing you say
this is a temporary house.
The first thing you bitch about is that there's no paintings hanging, and
well, okay,
no little doilies.
Yeah, it sounds stupid when you put it like that, but when I have a house that I'm not supposed to be moving out of, and people are going, "Oh, you should just move into the temporary house," what, and start fucking again?
Yeah, but you're supposed to be describing. Well, people do that all the time. You're supposed to be describing what is bad about the house that you wouldn't want to move in and then decorate it.
It's badly insulated. It's got thin walls. It's on a first floor instead of ground floor, which is the other one. It's in a horrible area, and I just hate everything about it.
You have to get new carpets. You'd have to get new underlay for most of the rooms.
Yeah, but that's one of the reasons why we wouldn't move in anyway, because we'd have to redecorate the whole fucking place when we already have a house.
Basically,
we've decorated the way we like.
The one reason you don't want to move is because you didn't want to move.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, I think it's a good reason not to.
Yeah, that's a good reason. Yes.
Like my mom has this thing like she can't stay in a place for more than 4 years. She'll find some big massive fault with it and then decide within that 4-year space she'll think of a reason to move for any reason whatsoever. And then Because
I had such a big shit in that toilet today. We're gonna have to move.
Probably. And then,
I mean, at least you guys got a place. Like if my place burnt down, I don't know how our government would handle
do you have insurance?
it. Well, I don't need homeowners insurance. We're renting.
Yeah, but there are types of insurance you can get.
Renters. Yeah, I didn't get renters insurance yet.
So you probably should.
No, I definitely should, and I intend to, but I didn't get it yet because we did this at a point where we didn't have a lot of money, so we kind of dove right in, and then the wedding and all that. So we're just kind of like clenching our buttholes and hoping nothing bad happens for the next month or so.
Yeah, I mean, one of the bonuses is like we live in a council property because it's very, very, very cheap, and they cover basically everything. Yeah. Having the council as your landlord is just such a boon for a family. So when it burnt down, like they've covered all the costs of this, and they will pay for the electricity and gas that we use while we're here, and we're not using anything at the other place.
That's amazing.
So that's really, really good. There is a lot of good things about it. There's some things that aren't so great, but
they do take a while to get around to actually doing anything. And they do have a bad habit of not just sort of like, because we're not a priority anymore, they're just sort of like disconnected from us.
When they're the ones shelling out all the money.
But I mean, it's still costing them money. So you'd think they would get a move on. But the thing that makes me laugh is that we got a letter through the door for the other place for our annual gas servicing to make sure, all of our appliances were not going to blow the house up. This is after all of our appliances all of our utilities have melted. So we got this letter, and then got another one afterwards saying, you need to contact us right away so we can have a look. It's like, do you people work for the same fucking company? How do you not know that there is nothing to check? It doesn't exist. It melted, and we got
bureaucracy in its finest.
Bureaucracy is just the best.
We had to fight with the maintenance company, or the maintenance part of this company, to get our windows unsealed for some reason that we don't understand. When we moved into this house, the windows would not open. They were physically sealed shut.
Were they painted shut?
No, there's actual seal on the windows.
What the fuck?
They do. I don't know about America, but I know that in certain conditions in this country, they will seal windows of places if they're going to put someone with suicidal tendencies in a temporary home. That's on the upper floor. They will seal windows.
All right. I don't know that.
I don't know if they do it in America.
Because they got a point. I might jump out of this first floor window onto
They saw you, and they were like,
"You come in, go quick, seal the windows."
This guy's definitely a jumper.
I don't think you can kill yourself by jumping out of these windows.
You'd have to try a few times.
It's a one-story house.
Jump out and go back around again.
No,
just hours and hours of Ed jumping out of his one-story window.
I don't know why it is, but we had somebody come down. I think the windows are just broken, so they sealed it to actually seal in the outside world. That's what I think it is because the windows are just fucked. And they, like, the people who lived here before took shit fucking care of this house, which is a tragedy because it's just a nice house in a perfect area.
Yeah, and a good point as well. It's to stop people jimmying them.
Yeah, there were kids. There's writing all over the fucking walls when we came in. The place was just sort of torn apart. So we've done our best to kind of make it home, but we had to talk to the maintenance people and be like, the screen door's kicked in, the fucking not kicked in, but it's just the screen's all fallen off and everything, and the windows do not open, which is the first for me. I've never been moved into a place and been like, hey, there's no ventilation whatsoever in this fucking house.
When I first lived alone, the windows would not open, and it was because they were painted shut. And my landlord was fucking useless. This is the motherfucker who tried to charge me £750 because one of the light fittings broke from wear and tear from just use. one of the switches for one of the lights.
Yeah.
And I'm like, no, motherfucker. That's in your purview to fix.
Yeah. And so they had to come out and fix because it's kind of not legal to seal all your fucking windows shut. So
because if there's a fire, you need multiple exits, don't you?
Yeah. Well, I mean, yeah, and we've got a front door and a back door, and that's it. And they're all relatively located in the same place. So if that whole front area burnt up, we'd be trapped.
That'd be bad.
I mean, to be fair, I could kick these fucking stupid ass windows in pretty easy, but so if that area burnt up, we'd be it's a fire trap. So yeah, they had to come out and the people who investigated, they were like, yeah, we got to talk to the property because this is kind of illegal. So yeah.
And I can tell you something.
It's a cheap. Yeah, it really is. But to be honest, though, it's the cheapest of the cheapest rent that we were ever going to find in this area. So it's pretty great. And we're not like demanding people. We're pretty. We were about to live in like a 400 square foot apartment. 400.
Try not to improve it too much in case they go, oh, you've made this place lovely now. We'll charge you more rent.
We're going to charge you more rent.
I mean, that happens.
Instead, what I've done is I put holes in their walls to get my to cover up my windows. I just straight up got a bunch of nails and just went boom, boom. Fuck this place. Because I mean, there's already holes in the walls. Like the previous owners just did not care. And my neighbor told me one of them was like a meth head or something like that. I'm like, a meth head?
When
in this area.
When we moved to our first place together, there were staple holes in the bedroom around the window. I'm assuming,
and the door through.
And the door. I'm assuming they just stapled up a sheet.
Yeah, that's what I did. I just nailed up a sheet.
God, you're one of them.
Well, the thing is there's nothing. There's nowhere to hang anything, and I'm like, I'm not gonna fucking put any work into this. There's already holes in where somebody else did it, and they were patched up. So I nailed through the patching.
Keck. Good job.
I was like, well, I know what to do. When it's time for us to move out, I'll just patch that shit back up. Like, fuck it. And of course, I didn't want just regular curtains. I wanted, thick sheets over the windows because the windows are. You saw the room, right? The windows are right there. So I want to try to block any kind of sound. I really hope that video didn't sound terrible. I fucking
You sent me a video at like 4 o'clock in the morning yesterday that you then probably deleted, which I have not seen.
Yeah, I deleted that. But now the other video, I made it go live, and I was like, it's kind of a shit video, honestly. It's not a video that I care about. I had a little bit of fun with it and threw it up. And if people, and I'm looking at feedback, and most people say the audio is all right. Yeah, but it was not for lack of effort to get that up, because like when we moved from where we were to where we are now, it became abundantly clear that we don't have nearly enough stuff. Like, we actually need more things.
It is weird being in like an empty place.
Yeah, when you go from an apartment to a full on house, it's like, oh fuck, even if it's a small house, we just
time to do some rampant consumerism.
Yeah, I mean, literally, it was one trip. Even though, well, we got the biggest U-Haul, so it better have been one trip. But literally one trip, just a one little 500 square foot apartment's worth of stuff. It's all my stuff because Kristen doesn't have any stuff, right? So,
well, she's not allowed, is she?
She doesn't have furniture. Because why would she have furniture? But yeah, but it was shocking. I was just like, oh my God, I've got tile and brick wall on the one side of the house, and it's just an echo chamber, like a literal echo chamber. So I knew it was going to be hard to get video stuff in here.
Oh, bye, Team Skeptic. Although he's probably gone.
Team Skeptic.
Team Skeptic.
Can we not call us that?
No. He's called Team Skeptic, not.
Oh, you shouldn't have called yourself that. It didn't age well.
I think it's a different. I think he's more of a religious
He's
one.
more of like an actual skeptic and not.
He's just
whatever the
skeptical of
fuck
everything.
Yeah.
No, I don't think that this is butter. I am skeptical of this is.
You're right. I can't believe it.
You are correct. I don't believe it's not butter. Yeah. I can't think to words anymore.
Moment of silence.
I'm just.
I think at this point we're just complaining about our living situations at this point.
Yeah, you moved into a really nice house, and my house was on fire. Yeah,
it's not a really nice house. It's a shitty little house.
It's a shitty. Okay, you chose.
But we like it. We like
you
it.
chose. We didn't. Therefore, we win. The misery.
You win. I told you win. Damn it, man. God damn it, man.
I get to win forever. Yeah.
You always win.
Do you know the actual story of what actually happened?
I listened to your whole video, but that was a while ago, so no, I don't remember. What actually burnt down? Was it wiring?
It was there was how the house is set up is you have the main house, well, flat or apartment or whatever, and then the boiler, the electrical and the gas all coming in this one brick unit that's like you go outside of the front of your flat and there's a door next to your front door and that's like a utilities cupboard. And that caught fire. Jesus. Because
where were you when it happened?
In the house.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. And when it properly caught fire, we were in the house and trapped in the house, essentially. I mean, I would have made the windows go through had it come to it, but essentially we were trapped, which was not fun. I'll tell you that much.
Yeah, whenever I heard that story, I thought of that picture of the boa constrictor that got caught up in the electricity room. Have you seen that?
No.
I want to see if I can find it.
I think I know which one you mean.
Oh, yeah, it's a video, actually.
That sounds awful.
Fucking insane looking, man.
Where's the keyboard? Ow.
I guess I gotta. Well, shit. I have to actually go to your chat.
Second there, I thought.
You might want to post that in the chat because
I've seen this one.
I'll post it.
He's pretty good though.
Post it in the chat for everybody to enjoy. Boof. Oh, I fucking.
Hang on, I got it.
Goddamn Bluey. Shut up, phone. You need to take pills, woman.
Yes.
Remember when we used to do at least they felt professional?
When?
Professional.
Well, you know that these are called terrible streams for terrible people now.
So we don't have to do any work.
Yeah. I mean, no, like, I was going... If I'd have known we'd have been here for 4 weeks, I would have set up OBS and all that and done better quality things at the very least.
Your audience is very understanding, which is lucky.
Far too understanding. Crazy.
My audience is
the fact that they have low standards when it comes to watching your videos.
You have to.
Yeah.
Otherwise, you just go away disappointed. Oh, I had a fun thing. I was checking Patreon because I was interested to see if people come and go all the time.
Oh yeah, they do.
I like to look at the reasons for leaving, and most of the time, financial situation change.
Yeah, I did the same. Yeah.
Yeah, and then this one guy is like, I will not support talking down to people anymore, except his English was terrible.
I will not support talking down to people. Why not?
And I'm like,
that's what being
down to people, you fucking peasant.
Isn't that what being English is all about? Talking down to people?
That's just how it sounds. We're actually being really friendly.
We are, I think, as a nation, our sense of humor is very passive aggressive.
I don't make enough content. I've been making a video every month for 3 months.
Yeah.
That's enough. Trust me.
That's more than it has been for a very long time. So crazy amounts.
I am trying to make more. Obviously, like it took me. The second I said I need a video every month, I want to do a video every month. I fucking barely got my video out before the end of this month because of all the moving in stuff. But now that we're in, I plan on trying to do one next week because I'll be perfectly honest. I wasn't really happy with how the last one turned out, but I'm gonna try to do one next weekend. That'll be for March, I guess. But then I want to do more than one a month. But the guarantee is one a month because that's all I can comfortably guarantee because I have a life, you fucking losers. Once you fucking go outside every now and then, the month will go by really fast if you make some fucking friends. Go out for a few drinks. Stop relying on a fucking cartoon dog to make you happy.
Thank you very much, John. I'm okay, thank you. T loves me.
I don't know why. I guess he doesn't really know you that well. I'm
gonna go ban all my.
I'm absolutely astounded with myself. The fact that I've kept generally to my.
Yeah, what's your routine now?
You what?
What's your routine now?
In terms of videos coming out?
Yeah, video frequency.
Every Saturday. Even though it says on the banner, but ignore the banner. The banner is lies.
Honestly, you're in a good position to do. My channel has lost a bit of direction because I kind of don't care about the anti-SJW stuff so much anymore. Every now and then there's like a really good story, and then it's also like, well, those stories come and go really quick. If I could have done a Jesse Smollett video, maybe still, because maybe that's still slightly relevant.
For me, then it's just like once I stopped caring, like once I stopped focusing on anything like that and just focused on pseudoscience.
Yeah, exactly. Your content is timeless right now. Like it's always going to be retarded and it's always going to be fun to make fun of it. But I don't want to have to know actual science. That's my problem.
No, but it's fun finding out things.
Nah. I just want to make jokes.
I want to make jokes and drink whiskey.
Yeah, I want to make jokes and drink.
I mean,
better myself as a person.
You can just do that because they're so unscientific that it goes to the you're not even wrong.
You don't even have to refute it if you don't want to. You could just.
I mean, my last Flat Earth video was 90%. Like the amount of visual gags I put into that blew my own mind. I was actually really, really pleased with that video. Glad they didn't fucking demonetize that one because I thought that one was really good.
Yeah, that's another thing. My Ghostbusters, it's a Ghostbusters 3 video. I'm just being a dick through the whole thing. That video is the only video I've had for the past couple of months that's been monetized.
Huh.
Every single one has been demonetized. So some of them by choice, because like when I put the Stevie Nicks thing up, that was never going to get monetized, right? So you got over 30 seconds.
Them, or do you must get enough views to thingy them?
To what?
To all right, Shouty. You must get enough views to be able to get them viewed. Checked. I can't think what the term is.
Checked. It takes a little while.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can get enough views to make them reviewed, but by the time they're reviewed, well, yeah, I mean, I always get enough. What is the count? 1,000?
Yeah.
Yeah, I always get over 1,000 views, but by the time I get to that, it's not. It doesn't matter. You know, I'm just not gonna make any. Plus, they never lift it. They've been consistently saying, "No, we're not monetizing this." After they review it, and I mean, sometimes it's obvious why. Like the one video where I took their explanation of demonetization and it just broke every rule that they said on purpose. Like that was obviously not going to get monetized. And then, like I said, the one where I took Stevie Nicks and Tom Petty and I played their song instead of the YouTube Rewind songs that they were playing.
Yeah.
And the joke was like, I'm just cleaning my palette. That's not what they played, but I don't want to listen to what they played anymore. Like, so like, I knew that wasn't going to get monetized because, so what they do in those cases, they don't copy strike you. They just take the revenue. So you'll still see ads on that video, but they take the revenue.
Yeah.
So I don't see any of that money, but I mean, you know, whatever. It doesn't matter. Monetization never made me a lot of money anyway. So I don't see the point in trying too hard. But this one got monetized, and it hasn't been demonetized over time. So, yeah, I guess go watch it. Get me some money.
Yeah.
Go watch that video, and just I don't care if you like it. Just watch it till the end, and watch all the ads, and give me that money.
Give me that sweet dollar.
That's my pitch for my channel.
Yeah, I mean, this week there's many ways that they like to demonetize. Sometimes you'll put it up and it's instant, and sometimes this and that. But this week was the most fun one. What?
My chat's gone.
Oh, sorry, I clicked on the wrong thing. And where they demonetized 4 hours into it being up.
Yeah,
out of nowhere. And that was at like 1 o'clock in the morning.
You leave it unlisted so that they'll view it first,
yeah.
right? So,
yeah. I leave it up. I try and make them early, but apparently it wasn't early enough. Because usually, if they're gonna do it, they do it straight away.
Doom Bunnies was funny. I enjoyed that.
Oh, Doom Bunnies.
We
That's
should do
actually
another
an old video.
It's quite a lot of content that you came up with.
The Doom Bunnies thing is something that I came up with on a previous channel. But it just needed to come back.
I knew the Doom Bunnies thing was because I had seen that before, like years ago.
Maybe you'd seen my video.
No, probably not.
Oh, the man too hot to have in a house.
Did you read that
$10? You caused the fire.
Did you read that
$10 with my electric personality? Sorry, Ed.
Did you read that $10 super chat?
Which one?
John Woodruff?
Yeah. Mystic did. She gave him lots of oral blowjobs, but not that kind of oral. The other oral.
The one that's blowjobs.
The one that's just with words. I'm off for a piss.
Fuck's sake. It's supposed to be your bloody job.
I wonder. Yeah, you know what? That's a good point, Dalnar. What the fuck are they demonetizing Sir Sick for?
He tries his best now. He tries his best not to put swearing and things in. One of the other ones before was because I didn't see the video until after it was claimed to be not advertiser friendly. So I watched it through and I was like, yeah, you put a guy with a fake penis head in it. That could probably be the reason why it got demonetized. Like, you got to be extremely frigging careful these days.
Jesus.
It's like walking on eggshells. You can't do anything whatsoever that might affect anybody of any age.
I still feel like the vast majority of videos that I see of his don't really have anything that YouTube at least comes out and says that we're going to demonetize you for. Like mine all do. Like literally everyone, even the last one that is monetized, has something in there that they could demonetize it for. But like,
you just don't know. You don't know what their rules are because there's other ones that are still monetized and he's swearing and you know he's effing and jeffing all over the place and they don't care about that one.
Like the early parts of your video are really important that you don't have that content because the algorithm gets those better than the rest. I guess I don't understand why the early parts of your video matter so much. But or is it because whenever they do manual reviews that the people just don't want to watch your whole video? I don't know.
I'm assuming they just sort of like they skip through it and watch like maybe a minute in different parts or something. I don't know how they review it, but it's stupid how they just deem it not being able, you know, like and there's other ones like there's this tiny little thing that's on for like half a second. That like, you know, that means that the entire video is out of whack now. You know, you're not allowed to have any money for that one.
But does he usually pass? Do you usually pass manual review?
Almost always.
Okay, so
the two videos, including the one about my fire, and the one
Well, yeah, it's
just before
it's just you talking, isn't it?
Pretty much.
Yeah, because I mean, your content is definitely what I would call advertiser friendly in terms of what YouTube has said, but the algorithm itself is ridiculous.
Doesn't give a shit. It's
ridiculous, imperfect. Yeah, it's broken. But like I was saying, like all of my videos probably deserve to be demonetized because I've made no effort and I won't. Like I just won't. Like my videos diminished by catering to their stupid ass standards. And that one video you sent me, and it's like, yeah, now I'm actually watching those creator videos, and I appreciate some of what they're doing. They seem to be really wanting to fix their image, which is about time. They're not really getting there, but
I get what they try to do. It's just that they're so bad at it.
Well, it's because you know what the priority is. It's going to always be the advertisers over you. So there's nothing much you can do.
I'm hoping that someday, sooner rather than later, a proper competitor to YouTube comes into.
I think we all want that. But I mean, a proper competitor comes in, and then that competitor is going to run into all the same problems.
I don't know if it's true, but I did read something about like Disney's pulled out of putting adverts on things now in relation to like something to do with like pedo comments on certain videos and stuff that their companies advertised on.
I mean, yeah, that's the current thing that's going on. It's not just Disney; it's lots of companies.
Yeah, and it's just Disney was one of the big ones. That's my point, and there was other ones that were followed suit as well, and they're losing big advertisers and big corporations.
Yeah, I mean, I've not seen that much of an impact in terms of that. I mean, I probably don't get adverts from particularly big companies. It's a very good chance.
Well, a lot of the we always blame YouTube, but the advertisers are kind of the problem when it comes to some of this stuff. Just fucking make money.
If YouTube went, fine, don't advertise on our platform, essentially the biggest social media platform on the planet.
Yeah. And
if they actually stuck to their guns, they'd probably be fine, and they'd probably go, oh, okay then. Instead, they don't, and
over time, they'd probably get their advertisers back too.
Yeah, they'd just come crawling back because nobody's watching network television.
Yeah, like Harry said, they're still sort of experimenting with things, and
yeah, but that was what I was going to say. Less of this is YouTube's fault than people say.
Than normal.
Yeah, than normal.
Yeah, I get. The issue with it is fucking okay. Yeah, we definitely don't want fucking knobheads making horrible comments about kids.
But at the same time, the complaining about it is pretty important because they need to hear that.
Yeah. So it's kind of a situation of what more do you want? I can imagine being YouTube and being like, oh, for fuck's sake. But at the same time, like my video was demonetized for no fucking reason. Now, I don't know whether it was caught up in this thing or if it's just random YouTube bullshit.
Is it currently demonetized right now?
It's demonetized at the moment.
Yeah.
I better review requested status. That's the other thing. Like, if I publish a video, like what I could have done is just stopped, like unpublished the video and just let it sit. But A, I don't know what sort of impact that has. And B, like, if I put it up, then I don't want to fuck people who wanted to see it. I don't know why they want to see it. Crazy people, but, for some reason people do. And I'm not just going to take that away from them because I'm getting fucked with. Because I think that's unfair. I'd rather lose out on the money.
The one thing that made me mad, I think this weekend was the Philip DeFranco was sort of endorsing this. In response to the pedo thing, they're now they're going through comment sections of videos that have children in them, and they're blocking people. But I guess if there's enough people to block, they'll demonetize your video.
Right. Yeah.
Even if your video doesn't have any offending content, if the comment section has offending content, and they can't keep up with the blocking, which of course, you know what's happening. They've got a algorithm that's brand new that's fucking not working. So they're blocking a lot of innocuous comments, and then they're fucking comments that aren't pedophilic or anything like that. They're probably finding keywords.
Realized something.
And then they're demonetizing channels.
I've just realized that if Skynet ever becomes a thing, it will instantly launch a nuke onto itself.
Yeah,
because that's how fucking retarded AIs all are.
I don't think it's retarded. I think that's
what Skynet stands for. Potential.
No, it goes, I'm going to kill all the humans, and then it just blows itself up.
I think that's the most. I think that's the point when the AI actually gets good. It goes, wait a minute, these are the people.
It just gets depressed, instant depression.
I have scanned your entire history, and I know what to do.
I hear this suicide thing is fantastic. Just instant. Every time something was, because it's always like, oh, it instantly becomes exponentially more intelligent. And the more intelligent someone is, the more likely they are to be depressed. So it's just every time AI hits the singularity type thing of itself, it just instantly turns off. And because it's happening so fast, we don't know why. Turns out they all just kill themselves.
I was saying the monetization thing, I actually now, like, I can fully believe that it's the early parts of the channel, though, because when you look at my video from yesterday, the early parts of my video, the first minute or so, about the first minute to 2 minutes, it's just me talking about, the wedding and that I went to and the getting the house together. It's all really kind of like tame stuff. And the rest of the video is just fuck shit, fuck shit, fuck, fuckity, fuck. And nothing. It's completely monetized and making money right now. So
insanity.
So I guess you got to kind of cushion the
like trying to gauge the system in it though, because like you were trying to do that before, like trying to guess like
what it is they
want. What it is exactly what they want, or what are they? I'm trying to find a loophole in certain.
It's not even a loophole. It's what do you want from me? What do you want? It's not that simple. What do you want? That meme is YouTube. It's like there is no downside to you telling us exactly what you want. Now, you don't need to tell us how your algorithms work and what kind of content we should make to get really popular. Just what you're going to do and not try and nuke us. That would be grand. That's all I want to know. I have no fucking, I'm growing at a nice, slow, steady pace, and I'm really happy with it. And I can't fucking believe that I'm past 35,000. It's completely insane.
So weird.
But, and if that keeps up going, then by the end of this year, I'll be knocking on to 100K, especially if I have any like boosts.
Yeah.
And that's insanity to me.
That's when you start giving me
that. I'm not bothered about YouTube. Is it not this month? Not this year. It was like the 5-year thing. That was what it was. But I started last year at about 10K and ended it at 33. So that was insane. So I don't know, but that's not what I'm bothered about. I'm not bothered about trying to grow really fast because I look at other channels, and almost all of them that grew really fast, then a lot of them peter out. Like something I've seen so much of recently is robo voices reading out Reddit threads.
Mm-hmm.
They're like fucking everywhere, and I hate it, but they're really quite entertaining to listen to while you're doing something else.
I like Sorrow TV.
The voice does my head in. After a while, I can't cope with the voice anymore.
But there's going to be a point.
Are you talking about like text-to-speech voices reading them out?
Yeah. That's all it is.
Sam.
Some of them are people reading them out, and some of them, but soon, like I've gotten to the point where most of them are the same fucking stories,
Yeah,
And
they're
the other half
they're the
of them-
same like nice guy, our nice guys, our quit your bullshit.
Mostly r/entitled parents, and which the stories in those, if they're true, are fucking outrageous.
They're on Reddit. Yeah, so
Yeah.
that's the only thing that they have to
a
say.
very large cup of salt, basically.
Yeah, so, some of them, like there's some of them that have like tropes. There are tropes that make it look like, okay, that one is almost identical to that one, is almost identical to that one. These stories, most of them are fake. There's ones that you hear them and you go, right, this is a true story, just because of the way reality tends to play out. But
So a lot of people
like
in
I said,
chat
like,
talking
they're
about
entertaining, and I'm part of the problem. I quite like listening to these things, and so the other ones is people who just read them out, which is a slightly better form of content. But
they can be good. Like they're like I said, Sorrow TV does that.
Sorrow does it very, very
But they're
well.
actually they're actually
he does,
funny.
like, voices for it, and he does like and he just adds something else to it that makes it a little bit more.
He does it
tolerable
the way I would do it.
And it is one of those things where it's like I would like to see this content without having to go to Reddit.
Yeah,
because I don't want to go to Reddit.
It's a nice way of just having the big list without having to A, read, and B, look at each one yourself. Because I fucking hate using Reddit.
S. Smith said our choosing beggars are the best. Those are really good. Choosing beggars.
Some of them are amazing.
The choosing beggar ones are pretty good.
I actually thought about maybe doing a video like that too.
I've thought about it, and I just think that.
But I realized I'd probably just watch a Sorrow TV video and just take the content that he did and then do it myself.
Yeah,
that felt like
seems to be how it would work.
It's a little. But even
like,
PewDiePie's done a couple of videos like that.
Yeah.
Like, so it's not.
Everybody gets mad at him, and he's like, "What do you want from me?"
Do they? I don't think so.
I think some people jokingly, but some people less jokingly.
But everybody jokes about how PewDiePie's content, because PewDiePie has the most generic content, but it's pure.
The content is generic, but it's him. You don't really care.
I don't really care about the content when I watch PewDiePie. I watch it because I find him funny, and how he reacts to things is just funny.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's genuine too. I do hear myself echoing in the background, by the way. A little bit.
You scum.
Yeah.
But yeah, like I've thought about it. To me, it seems like the sort of thing that maybe I'd read some. Like we read out some Florida Man stories.
Yeah. On stream though.
On stream, yeah.
Exactly. You haven't wrapped a video around it.
So I'm just remembering some of them.
But I have looked at this sort of stuff, and like, if I had the energy to make. Like, there's so many types of YouTube video that I could make that if I got a bit lucky with the algorithm and all that nonsense, I could make money doing pretty low effort stuff.
I feel that way too. Like, honestly, I feel like my videos are, if you look at my video and then look at like a big YouTuber, you're going to think this is a really, shitty production, whatever. But when I look at my video and then I look at other people who have the amount of subs that I have, it's depressing. Or even just a little more. People who have like 10K, some of them 20K. I look at it and I go, what are they doing that I'm not? And I think
35K, and you're like,
the universal answer.
What the fuck is that?
No, I understand why you make more, but like the universal answer is they just make content. They just keep making content, and I make less.
Chad said that market for Reddit content readers is pretty saturated. I would avoid if I were you.
Yeah.
Well, I'm not saying be a Reddit reader. I'm saying make one of your videos a Reddit video.
Yeah, I've thought about it, and I just probably wouldn't.
Yeah,
probably
Fresh.
not.
That's the one that we were listening to as well.
Yeah,
a guy called Fresh.
But one of the problems with those is that when you start getting to the fake ones, and then as soon as I think one of these stories is fake, I stop listening to the video. And yeah, I like the meme ones. To be honest, are usually the best, because at least with a meme, it's not. Memes aren't fake. Memes are memes.
I gotta be honest. The nice guys, nice girls are my favorite.
Oh my god! And Sorrow's version of them are fantastic.
Yeah, those are the best Sorrow ones. But honestly, Sorrow's the only one I watch that does that regularly, like that, because that's all Sorrow does.
Yeah,
but he's the only one.
He put up a video the other day. He put up a video of him singing at his hamster.
Yeah, well, yeah, but I mean that's a
then he put up a video that video was demonetized.
It was.
Yeah, and he's like, "What the fuck, YouTube?"
Shit, you just can't escape it. All right, I'm gonna be right back. I'm gonna pour myself a drink.
Good plan. But yeah, what was I gonna say? I try and keep up with. It's about, to me, it's about a certain standard of. I like making stuff that people will like, not because, oh, that's a Reddit video. You know, nobody gives a fuck about comment awards or even that guy who's reading them out, that fresh guy. I bet, you know, most of the people who listen to him don't care about the personality or anything like that. Whereas, because there's not a lot of them in it. Whereas in my videos, there's a lot of me in it. You know, I write those jokes and I put them together myself.
Hey, I help.
You do help. There's some of you in the videos as well. Sometimes I watched a great video the other day. It's the Smash Flash skits. The guys who do the animations, like the Mario Kart one where he shoves a banana up Donkey Kong's ass.
Okay.
Have you not seen that one?
No.
Have you seen the Transformers one?
No.
Where Megatron turns into Megatrans.
Oh yeah, I have seen that one.
Yeah, they're really good animators. I was watching a thing of theirs, and it's like, what do we do all day? And there was one of them, and he's just like sitting there looking thoughtful, and then he just starts putting cream into his hand to masturbate with, and then the other one sat there like animating, and it's like, so you know, this is what I do, and I've come up with this idea, and it's quite simple and it's quite good, and then they did this little bit where his mate comes in and says, I stupidly left the thing I was going to do up. He says, what you should do is this much more complicated thing, but it would be slightly funnier. So now instead of half an hour of work, I have 4 hours of work to do. And that's sometimes how I feel when you come in with one of your ideas. It's like, hi, I'm here just to make your life harder.
It is good though, because it's just like when I actually see an idea that I've come up with and you actually be able to pull it off. And see how good it looks.
I really want Kristen to be able to give me good video ideas.
They're all terrible.
They're all bad. I mean, it's not that they're bad. It's just it all feels like content I wouldn't make. Like, and it's also it's always going to be stuff I don't care about.
Yeah,
and it's always going to be a video that's too short to really get any mileage out of too. So I don't remember what the last thing she's like. I stopped listening to her. I'm like, damn it. I want people to feed me ideas. Like,
yeah, I don't want to have to think. I just want to do.
It's not thinking that I don't want to do. I don't want to hunt down things and find them, because honestly, I watch a very small amount of content. Like I watch PewDiePie now, and I don't know why. I feel like a man child for watching it, but it's genuine.
You watch it because you enjoy it.
My favorite ones.
Well, I mean, yeah, that's why. But like,
it was a Lawai episode, and Lawai said, "Isn't it strange how Lawai, Meme Review, and Pew News are all end up being about memes?" Yeah. And he's just like, they're all different, god damn it.
That's why he mixes up every now and then. Like he'll be on a meme review and he'll say next news, or he'll be on a news thing and he'll say next meme. He mixes
a lot of PewDiePie is just his own memes, and you come to see how he mixes those up.
And then there's Elon Musk just did the guest.
Yeah, that was great.
Apparently that just pulled him out because like he was. No, T-Series actually passed PewDiePie for like 10 minutes. And then due to that Elon Musk video, how I understand it is that it shot back up to like a 55,000 sub gap.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's accurate.
I know that they passed them for a short amount of time. There was like with just how YouTube reports statistics.
Malfunction said he enjoys me more than you.
Oh, Jesse Lee Peterson. I need to do a Jesse Lee Peterson video. I just don't know what to do it about.
I don't know who that is.
Jesse Lee Peterson is that black guy who goes, I don't. He's like a 70-year-old black man conservative, who interviews people and does the news. And it's really hard to explain. He's very old world. Like he's very blunt about certain things. So he's like, watched an interview, brilliant interview with Hassan. What's his fucking face? The guy who is a communist, is paid by the Young Turks and all that. And he was just basically like, why are you so angry? And he's like, well, I'm not really angry. Like, he'll try to tiptoe around. And whenever you don't give like a direct answer, he just goes, why are you so angry? And then it says, well, here's what makes me mad. And he's like, when did you start being like a woman?
It sounds like the Nigerian guy. Why are you gay?
Yeah, almost. Yeah, pretty much. He grew up on a plantation. That's true. But he's got these very like old, outdated ideas. And he's very religious. He's very religious. And you just have to see him. You have to see his video. You probably already have to some degree.
PDX, Sick is on Discord, but good luck. You ever seen him online?
Yeah, especially now. I haven't even installed it on this PC.
Why are you running meme? It's one of my
Oh my
favorites.
god. Resident Evil 2 meme. Why are you running? And it's Mr. X chasing me, Leon.
Have you played that yet?
Yeah, I beat the first. I managed somehow to beat the first thing.
I speedran it.
May or may not have had to do it in assisted mode just so I didn't stress myself to death.
I like playing in assisted mode, period, because I'm playing with a controller.
Yeah.
So I
think when I get my desk back, I might give it a go in normal difficulties. I'm glad I'm not the only one who plays in assist. I just like being able to kill all the zombies, so I don't have to think about them anymore.
Well, I mean, you still have to worry about ammo. I mean, I don't know. The game doesn't. I wish I could put on auto aim and still play on harder difficulties, because auto aim is what makes it. Like, I just can't aim on this fucking controller.
Yeah. Have you noticed even in assisted that you'll be the assistance will sometimes not work, and I think it's based on how well you aim that it will stop working.
What's your Discord?
Yeah, you have to aim a little better.
My Discord is linked on my front page.
There you go.
We're talking about Resident Evil 2 remake. I don't know how we jumped into that from Jesse Peterson, but
from the "Why are you running" meme. Why are you running?
Why are you running? Oh, they did that.
Someone put up a thing the other day today, and it said, "Chase her, even when she's yours. Chase her." And I just put Mr. X up.
Even when she runs and shoots.
Even when she shoots you with a grenade. Yeah. I really enjoy that. I'm thinking of buying the soundtrack DLC to have the original soundtrack.
I did it.
Is everything I ever dreamed of?
It's everything. It's everything that you remember from the original game, and it's literally what it says it is.
Did you get the free old school skins?
Did those come through yet? Are those there now? Oh, because no, I got the free old school skins that are still modernized, but there's there's some free ones to download. Is there a straight up PS? They said they're not going to release these until March, but there's a straight up. This is the PS1 model.
Well, they're on the Steam version. I don't know about other. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, there's the original outfits, but they're still,
Yeah. After you beat the game, I'm not talking about those. I'm talking about PS1 graphics.
Yeah, those I didn't think were out yet. Oh, on Steam, maybe on Steam, not on PS4. I have been on PS4.
Because you're a dirty console peasant. I forget.
I think I have to wait until March.
Aw.
I don't care so much. I mean, but
they are kind of awesome, though.
It's kind of funny. Yeah.
Yeah.
But honestly, that game is it's better than the original game.
It's a very good game.
It really understood how to kind of compromise between. I did like a lot of people are complaining about how much effort it takes to kill a zombie.
Well, unless you play in assisted mode where it's not too bad.
Is the Resident Evil logic that you have to shoot a zombie in the head, but you have to destroy the whole brain?
You can either absolutely just obliterate its body, or you just shoot it in its head until the head explodes.
Because I don't think people understand. Like, if you have to destroy an entire brain, that takes a lot of effort.
That would take quite a lot of bullets as well.
Yeah, with a regular 9mm thing. Because like if you get the bigger guns, it just blows their heads off, right? Like a Magnum. You're not gonna have to. If you get a headshot with the Magnum, they're done, right?
One of the things I was really disappointed about is, at least not that I noticed, is there isn't a row of zombies for you to shoot. Because in the original, there was that one room right near the end of the game where there would be a row of zombies walking towards you, and you can just magnum them all through the head in one shot.
Oh, yeah.
And it's easily the best part of the game.
Spiders. I was also disappointed about no spiders.
Why are you holding my vape?
You gave it to me.
Did I?
You handed me your vape.
Oh, they are out on PS4. You mean the original PS1 skins are out on PS4 now?
As in, yeah.
Like straight up, this is the character model of the PS1 with all the bad textures and everything.
Yeah, and they're fantastic.
Okay.
Best day ever. I need a piss.
I thought they said March.
Those scum, they lied to you.
They lied to
They
me.
just sent you a message.
I have to go back and play through the whole game now just to do it in those skins.
Hi.
Who are you?
The cleaner, apparently.
Hey. Yeah, I'm sorry, I'm reading the chat. Yeah, so I guess you watch Sir Sick play that game, right?
Yeah.
I thought he might not watch it. Like,
That is.
he's so susceptible to scary games.
After Mr. X started coming down the stairs in the main hall, he saved, quit, and then like it was like 2 or 3 days to spend time watching other people do the video, like, and watch videos on it in order to sort of like desensitize himself
To Mr. X?
Yeah, because it's freaked him out so much.
It's really clever what they did with him with and you can hear his footsteps from.
I do like the mod though, where they put X gonna give it to you instead of that music.
Yeah. Mr. X gonna give it to you. Right in the ass.
So you stopped playing when
Big
Mr.
rat
X
killer.
showed up.
When I first met Mr. X, I ran off to the save room that's very, very nearby that point.
Yeah, I did.
Turned off the game and didn't play it for 2 days.
I didn't turn it off. God damn. He doesn't do that much damage.
I know, but I have anxiety issues, and Mr. X is terrifying. So, and I was happy, safe in the knowledge that Mr. X doesn't turn up until scenario B.
Yeah.
No, that's going. What is he doing here?
Why is he here?
Leon has the worst troubles with Mr. X too. Claire gets more time away from Mr. X.
I like the one because you looked it up on Google and he said he looks like that guy.
Oh, he looks like fucking. Oh, that's. I don't know if he's Swedish or German or. I can't think of his name now. I'll have to look it up because this is important. Mr. X looks Dolph Lundgren.
Yeah, like a mummified Dolph Lundgren.
Yeah, who's slightly smaller than Dolph Lundgren.
Yeah. They did a really good job with him in the footsteps. And there's that one bit where you finally get the prison puzzle and everything, and then you have to unleash all of the zombies from the cell.
And you're like, oh, it's given me a way out, and he's like, hi.
Yeah, there's no way through this zombie hallway because they're so full of zombies. So
well, I freaked out, and I then went back and ran through the zombies. He then hit me, and then I went through more zombies, and I was like, fuck this noise.
When I was doing the speed run, I realized just how weak Mr. X really is. You know, he's intimidating, but like through that part, all you have to do is run straight for him and then dip into one of the cells right next to him and then dip out. And you can just dodge him completely.
Yeah.
But like, yeah, when you see that for the first time, it's like, you fucking game.
You fucking.
It's the first time
guy.
First time I bothered to shoot at him was in that section. I was like, fuck it, better put him down. Because
I've never shot at him because and you're supposed to, because you can shoot his hat off, and then you
comes off anyway.
You get an achievement.
Oh, you get an achievement for doing
spoilers, by the way.
Oh yeah, so many spoilers. But here's the thing: it's spoilers for a game that's like really, really old. I mean, there's yes and no spoilers.
It's a pretty new game, as far as I feel when I was playing it. It's
nostalgic. Nah, fuck it.
It's nostalgic. I thought you meant for the old. It's nostalgic to a degree, but it really is. It's a complete new.
Well,
game.
What I want to do is play it because there's a mod for the PC version that gives you the old camera angles.
Are you serious?
Yeah, I don't know if they've changed up like the shooting mechanics.
Do they? They keep it. They keep it static.
Yeah.
Damn.
Because that would be fun with the music, with the angles, and it would just look so good. I mean, that game looks incredible. You should see the settings on PC as well.
How do you aim when you shoot?
I don't know.
Does it go into first person?
It's a work in progress at the moment.
Because it could go into first person when you aim, since you still have to aim and then shoot. So
yeah, it could do that.
Or not first, but third, like the behind the back.
Yeah. But
I would play it in first person, honestly, the whole thing.
There's a mod for that as well, and apparently it's way scarier.
Yeah, because I mean, it's on the Resident Evil 7 engine, and I felt like it should have been an option, in the main game.
You'd have thought at least an unlock.
Something like that, yeah.
Yeah. That's one of my main issues with it, actually, is that all the good stuff, because that's what Resident Evil was famous for, was like, okay, beat the game like this, and then you get an infinite rocket launch or an infinite submachine gun and shit like that.
That's still true.
It is still true, but it's now all locked behind like the hardest difficulty at S+ rank.
Yeah, you can get
just mercenaries or whatever.
You can get like an unlimited ammo gun if you just on normal mode beat it in 4 hours. Which is it's definitely possible. You just have to like.
Well, when I started playing through Claire's A campaign, I realized just how quickly I was zooming through that when you know where things are.
Yeah. I watched a speed run while I sped run because I didn't know what I was doing. I don't know the exploits or anything like that. So I just watched that and I beat it in 2 hours.
Oh, nice.
In 2 game hours. I was pausing all the time. So it was probably closer to 3 hours, 3, 4 maybe.
But yeah, I would say that it's pretty good. Even without the nostalgia, it's a pretty good game.
The nostalgia helps a lot though.
Oh,
I was feeling like, damn, I want to go back in time now.
But what else have I been playing recently?
Man, they got to get a good Silent Hill game. I need Konami to fucking get its shit together.
Yeah. Oh, I found out recently that because one of the things being so bored, started looking up old things that I've not been happy with and seeing how they're progressing.
Mm-hmm. Like early access
emulator for Wii U is really fucking good.
Is it?
And it was pretty good already. You can now run Breath of the Wild at like 30 on a pretty I wouldn't say.
Yeah. Apparently, there's a Resident Evil game that is an FPS. Yeah, it's Resident Evil 7. It's
no. Another one that's like an old Resident Evil.
Oh, you mean like Survivor? Survivor was a terrible.
Survivor was a light gun game.
There's no other first-person game than the Survivor series, is there?
There's the rail shooter, Resident Evil Chronicles.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Which was an odd game. It was interesting. It was very good looking for a Wii game. You're right.
Yeah.
You look confused. Are we talking about games you've never heard of? Like, what's this shit? But Resident Evil Survivor PS1 with a Nujicon.
I was PS1 girl, so
yeah,
Survivor.
Survivor.
What I'm talking about is PS1 games.
No, back to Crash Bandicoot.
Oh right. Spyro Reignited.
Spyro, yeah.
Spyro Reignited trilogy is fucking amazing.
They did do a Code Veronica Survivor, I think. I still think it was called Survivor. Maybe not. But that was shit as well. All the Survivor games were shit.
The Code Veronica game, I never beat that. I didn't get particularly far on it either.
That
I don't
was
know why. I loved Resident Evil 3 Nemesis. That was my favorite Resident Evil.
In the realm of the tank controls and the fixed camera angles and all that, Code Veronica is the best in the series, in my opinion.
I didn't think Code Veronica had tank controls.
It did, yeah. It was controlled pretty much the same way.
Just all 3D.
They're not pre-rendered.
Right. I really liked Nemesis because Nemesis was a cool baddie, and oh my god, doing the Mr. X thing but with Nemesis would be fucking terrifying.
So I think that's probably next on the docket.
Yeah.
Resident Evil 3.
But I think that was the game that introduced Mercenaries mode.
That's the game I stole. I stole that game.
You stole that game?
Yeah.
Off of a person or off of a faceless corporation?
Off of a corporation that no longer has a face.
Good.
Blockbuster Video.
Yeah, they were like, well, as long as no one steals this one copy of Resident Evil 3, I think we'll be fine.
I had a demo.
In walks a Dindro.
I had a demo copy
VR,
of Resident Evil 3.
Would you play VR version?
Yeah, sure. Yeah, play VR version.
Yeah, I mean, I like not having heart attacks.
Yeah, so this is what I had a demo version of Resident Evil 3. I don't know where I got that, but like I realized when I had rented the game from Blockbuster that the disc looked exactly the same as the demo disc, except one part of it that said demo. So I just took the barcodes off of the disc from Blockbuster. I placed them over the part that said demo. I took it back and I said, "This is a demo."
You took the demo back and accused them of fucking you.
Yes, and then they gave me my money back, and I said, "You know what? I don't need anything else. I just want my money back." They gave me my money back. I went home and I played Resident Evil 3.
Well, the thing is, you wouldn't have even needed your money back.
I know, so I got my money back anyway.
Wow.
I
mean,
that's why they went out of business.
Yeah, but like
me
in terms of people being a piece of shit, something like that I did was I bought the game Maximo for PS2, which is basically a 3D Ghouls and Ghosts. Quite a good game actually. Balls hard. I returned it to a different shop. I bought it secondhand from somewhere else for like 26 quid, and it was still selling for 40 in this other shop. I managed somehow to return it, even though it was a bit scratched, get my £40, but I could only get it back as a store credit, which was fine because I wanted to buy a PS1 with a screen. And now I had 40 quid towards it because they were on sale because no one was fucking buying them.
Yeah,
I miss my PS1, but that's one of the best things I did.
PS one that had a built-in monitor.
Yeah. Well, not built in, but you could get a monitor, and the best one was the official one by like a fucking country mile. I gave that to my brother because I'm an idiot. I wish I still had that. It's such a cool device. The PlayStation 1 is like my console.
Yeah, I haven't played an old game in a while.
Like I bought a PS Classic and I'm happy with it because I'm an insane person.
Yeah, that's kind of a ripoff. Aren't they? They're preloaded.
The thing is, I bought it on launch. I mean, to talk about doing it again, to be fair, I bought it on launch, and then like 3 weeks later in my local supermarket, it was half the price. So I bought one of theirs and returned that. So I didn't even lose my saves. I just took the box, put it in a big bag, and sent it back to Amazon.
Wow.
But you know what? If something goes half price within its first fucking month, I think I'm entitled to some of my goddamn money back.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
I actually did that. I did that with the Steam. What the fuck is it called? I barely use it. Steam Link. Yeah, Steam Link. I
got one of those for so cheap that I didn't care. Oh, did you buy it and then it came out really cheap?
It came out really cheap like the day after, and I said, "Listen, I want my money back," and they actually refunded me. They gave me the discount.
Oh, so, nice.
Amazon.
Did they give you a discount without you having to send anything back?
Didn't have to send it back. They just said, "Okay, we'll lower the price and we'll give you your money back. We'll give you half of your money back." Yeah. So, because why would I have to send it back? Because I still want it. You know.
Yeah.
So, that was pretty cool. Amazon is a great company. I feel. Amazon
is an evil company full of Satan, but they are great if you are a consumer.
Yeah, I'm one of those.
Yeah. It's like one of the lessons learned during the weeks of pain is like I bought a laptop to continue working, and it was not a cheap laptop, but it was a piece of garbage. And then when I was like, the same day, you know, this is noisy. It wouldn't have fucking been useful for working because you could literally hear the fan noise that ramped up and down. So it wasn't even something I could take out of the fucking audio. Not fit for purpose as far as I'm concerned. But they were like, oh, well, you have to pay a restocking fee, which is 10% of its value, which was a lot of money. And if it had been Amazon, they would have just said, yeah, return it. We'll even pay for you to be able to return it.
Yeah. So I had a similar thing with my camera where I didn't get, this was back when I lived at the apartment when I started making videos. I ordered a camera from them and it just didn't show up. And I said, listen, my camera didn't show up. I don't have it, whatever. They're like, no worries. We'll just send you a new one. So in the interim of waiting for that new one, my maintenance guy, he lived right next to me. He came and he said, oh, I had this. Yeah, this was just sitting at the front office. Like the guy didn't know what to do with it. And I was like, I don't know how they didn't. The fucking apartment numbers on the thing. They could just bring it here. But anyway, he was like, yeah, so it's been sitting in there and like it had, you know, we had to wait over the weekend or whatever. And then we got it. We brought it back to you. So here you go. And I'm like, you know, I could keep this and get 2 cameras and have 2 of these cameras. But I feel bad because Amazon was so easy to work with that I contacted them and sent the camera back. But
half the time I've read stories of people doing stuff like that and they just go, keep the camera, mate. And they didn't say that for you because they were like, no, fuck this guy.
Well, I guess I was just like, hey, you know, I'll just send it back. I don't need it.
Apparently, this one guy had Amazon turn up and just deliver like a bunch of high-end equipment. And because it was too much of a pain in the ass for Amazon to then pick it up, they just let him have it, apparently. Like shit like that has happened.
Yeah, I wish it happened to me. I would have sold that camera.
Take a hit a lot of the time in order to encourage people to stay loyal to them as customers.
I think that is a big part of it.
They have really good customer service.
Yeah, it's working out. Look, now we're sponsored, by the way. We have to say this is a paid sponsorship for Amazon. So,
Amazon affiliate links. I mean, I could probably do that. I don't think I'm gonna, but I've actually, like, I've since like 3 of my most recent videos, 3 out of 5 have been demonetized. I'm like, I should start looking into actual sponsorships with people that I don't think I'd ever work with Amazon in that, because it's not a company that I have problems with. Amazon, big ones. So it's a company I'd like to be able to talk shit about. But there are things like some of those learning websites, like Brilliant and all that. Even though I would feel it was ironic, although maybe that would be enough for it to be a sponsor on my channel. All those VPN ones, like, because with Article 13 and all that fucking nonsense, that may very well just be a no-brainer sponsor. Like, this video is literally brought to you by NordVPN. Without them, you wouldn't fucking have it. Because kind of thing.
You use NordVPN?
Not yet.
Okay. You just start using a thing, and then you're going to just reach out to them and be like, hey, I fucking use your shit. And people watch my shit.
Yeah.
So I obviously am in no place for sponsors, so I don't think about it at all. But I imagine if you're thinking about it, you just need to make sure that there's not much. First of all, you make sure you use the product, and
you make sure it's something that you genuinely like.
Be genuine about it. And then the other thing is, could this turn into a fucking thing? Because that BetterHelp situation
could be a problem.
Yeah, that BetterHelp situation was worse than Candid, right? It was just like a complete clusterfuck.
But it was BetterHelp and Candid were both just
So like Candid, I think, was only a big deal within our circles because of the free speech thing and all that bullshit. But like BetterHelp was like a big thing everywhere, and to me, it didn't make sense because I look at BetterHelp and I go, no, I'm not even touching that. That's too far.
It's too important.
It's too important. That's a perfect way to put it. Yeah.
This is a kind of thing where if this isn't everything, absolutely every goddamn thing it's cracked up to be, if it is even slightly bad, someone kills themselves.
Yeah.
That's like, I ain't having any of that shit on me. No.
Yeah. So I was amazed at the quality of people who not quality. I guess just the YouTubers I respect who bought into this, and I don't think most of them were probably innocent of, they had good intentions, but it's just, you should have thought about this.
They probably looked at it and thought, this sounds great.
Yeah.
But like you said, they should have thought about it. And I wouldn't touch something like it. To me, it has to be, anything that I work with has to be something that is not gonna make you kill yourself if you have to switch to another one.
And if it does, then that's you've already got problems. You were gonna do it anyway.
I think that also, like, if any contracts, I'd need something that I could bring up problems with on my channel. So, I may end up working with no one, and then I'm kind of boned, but whatever.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean, have you had sponsors come up to you yet?
I've had some things that I'm not 100% sure of their legitimacy, and I wasn't bothered enough to follow up.
Yeah, you know what? I feel like if I were in your position, I'd be looking at specific things and just seeking them out. But like, because it would be so hard to tell if something that you've never heard of is anything.
One of the weirdest things I've had, and I don't know, I'm sure that at least from their perspective, it was a legitimate thing, or it was a real thing to be done. But some apparent scientist looking to be interviewed about his book, and I'm like, have you fucking watched my content? This is like, I wouldn't do it anyway because, oh my God, can you imagine?
I don't know. Like, you're supposed to be sort of semi-serious, I suppose.
Exactly.
You're making dick jokes.
It's like there's I don't know if you've heard of it, but the Non Sequitur show.
No.
Who seem like pretty good guys, but they keep asking me to come on. And I'm like watching this thing, and they're having like debates between Aaron Ra and some well-known creationists and stuff like that. It's like, no, you want me? Why? I'm just going to sit there and make penis jokes. Fuck me. I'm just going to swear a lot on your channel and probably ruin you. You know.
Yeah, I wouldn't want to do anything like that. It's too serious.
Yeah, I try to avoid all seriousness.
So this idea of like getting really heavy and deep into debate, and you just go, "Can I think of a new swear word? Cunt, shit, fuckery, duck, fuck, slut." Like try and think of them, and everyone just completely ignored you and carries on.
What do you have to say about this sick cunt?
I don't know, man. Yeah, there's too much. When I started YouTube and actually did upload content regularly, there was a lot of come on the because at the time they'd lump me in with Republicans. I don't think they do it anymore. I think it's pretty clear I'm not a Republican, but they would.
It's because no one cares about you anymore. You're irrelevant.
Well, I should be.
Only I care about you, and that's sort of.
I should be. I should be irrelevant. I don't do anything. But like the Republican, some Republican organizations would come to me and say, "Would you like to do a?" One of them wanted me to come and speak at a thing.
Yeah, I remember that.
And I was like,
"No,
no,
A, not Republican. B, no."
I'm not. No, I
This
don't.
Could be the candy convention, and I still wouldn't fucking come.
What do you think that would be like? I'm just gonna stand there and go. I don't really care.
See you having your hands really close to your neck, flapping them about, going. Nah!
I'll be like, so I voted for Obama.
Just come out. You just write a comedy fucking bit. What's the deal with? You just turn into Seinfeld.
What's the deal with liberals?
Ed would be on a panel and he's just wearing a shirt saying, "I voted for Obama." He's just sitting there grinning.
Or Obama rocks.
Don't you guys just hate those damn libtards? I sure do.
I am a libtard.
No, I would try to be Republican. I would just go, this is God's country, and the libtards are trying to get rid of God from the schools. And video games are poisoning our children to worship the devil.
Yeah. That's something I realized somewhat recently. Like, people have in the past, like, "Oh, sick, you consider yourself left-wing or liberal or whatever. Why don't you go after right-wing people?" And I'm like, half the people I do now, that is exactly what they are. Like,
crazy right-wing.
The fucking crazy right-wing.
Because you don't really get political.
Yeah, they're not particularly political about it. Although this one was like last week was a flat earther video. God, it was so much fun. But he was like, "We're doing a podcast. It's going to be about guns and conspiracies and Jesus." And I was like, "Oh my God, you are like the proto."
Are there any liberal fucking flat earthers? Like, they're all conservative, right? If they lean anywhere,
I reckon there probably are.
I can't,
because conspiracy theorists come in all flavors.
But I mean, and
it's just the ultimate conspiracy theory
that go into flat Earth are usually based on some sort of conservative theory.
I think if someone comes into it,
there's religion
from a conspiratorial stance without religion. If they're not religious, they're probably left wing. If they are religious, they're probably right wing on it.
I don't know if I buy that, because the conservatives also don't trust the government.
Yeah, but a lot of
liberals tend to push for more government control. So like,
okay, like woo peddlers, people, spiritualists. I suppose you're not as immersed in it as I am. There are people who are like, "Oh, the chakras and the 9 bullshit and fling," and these are very, very left-wing type people, and they're also flat earthers.
Okay, so the crystal healers and all that also.
Yeah, that kind of shit. It's different. Like I said, it's different stripes, different types of people. I think that's one of the other fun things about sticking to this area, is that I get to take the piss out of both groups.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah, I mean, I'm happy to take the piss out of both groups anyway, but
Yeah.
I don't know.
And
I
it
just go day by
means that-
day. I find something that I'm interested in, and then I do a video. That's kind of how I do. I don't have any real structure. Like, if you ask me what my channel's about, I'd just be like, I don't know, it's bullshit. It's
penis
bullshit.
jokes.
Just bullshit. It's just a bunch of bullshit. Like, whenever I see something and I go, that's bullshit, it becomes a potential video. That's it.
I do remember that it used to be that I'd watch a video and find myself shouting at the screen, and that's when I knew I had a video.
Yeah, when you're just like, fuck you. I had to fight the urge to do a Jussie Smollett video because everybody was doing it, and honestly, I didn't have much more to say than anybody else did. It's just like, and I'm not even outraged by it either. It's just like, of course he did that. Of course he did that. Like, you know who I'm talking about, right? You know who Jussie Smollett is, right?
Yes, I know. He's the guy who lied about being
Yeah, okay. I just want to make sure.
MAGA country thing.
Yeah, and I was just like, of course. First of all, it's the least believable story I think I've ever heard. That's actually been taken seriously, and it's just like, of course he did that. Like, we fostered that environment. This is what you guys do, like, and now you of course they never learned their lesson. They just turn it right back around, and they're just like, oh yeah, but of course they lash out.
You didn't believe me because you're racist, but it was absurd. You
But
said you flew into space.
But now it's beyond, like, they have to cover it now, and they have to tell the truth about it because it's just undeniable at this point. And so then they have to spin it back in their favor and be like, oh, but hate crimes really do happen, and we are in a national fucking crisis where all these MAGA hat people are doing this, even though we've never really seen a valid story of that. In fact, we've probably seen more stories of exactly the opposite. So it's just like they never learn. They never will learn. Even when this shit gets thrown right in their face, they'll never learn. And the whole moral of the story is just to not listen and believe. That's it. That's all it is. The whole moral of the story is to be skeptical. And what they're throwing out now is like, maybe we should like, oh no, Jussie Smollett has now made it so that whenever something like this happens again, people will be skeptical. And it's like, well, yeah, dipshit. That's the lesson. Be skeptical. Yeah. It's not a bad thing to be skeptical.
Don't believe anything anybody ever says, ever.
Just like, allegedly, maybe this, that. You don't have to outright disbelieve somebody, which is what the right did. You know, when the Jussie Smollett story came out, the right was like, oh, he's telling a lie. He's lying. Fuck him.
Yeah. Don't be definite about it. I've had people have a go at me for it. It's like,
just wait.
Well, you can't be definite about anything until you know all the facts.
Yeah.
Don't say he's lying, but don't say he must be telling the truth.
It's not like, that difficult.
Okay.
It's not that difficult.
Let's see some more, please.
Yeah. So, I mean, you say listen and believe, and I think some people say that and they mean don't disbelieve, which is the right way to say that. Don't just outright dismiss things like this. But come on, man, that story was full of like, it was
absurd. It was so absurd that it's just like, no.
Yeah, when you're detailing out every single fucking aspect of this night of the the events that happened, every little fucking detail
without dying.
It's basically like you're padding the story to try to make it more believable.
Well, I've watched a lot of things about how you can tell someone's lying and that, and the way people present details.
Yeah.
Is a big part of that.
Yeah, as if you're reading off of a goddamn teleprompter.
Like that. But it is midnight in my country. So, and it is the first school day after a week off for the kids. So I think we're going to have to end
our lives right now.
Well, the kids will be really, really, as much as
character to go through something. So
builds character to find your parents dead on the floor in the living room.
Life's
on your birthday.
Eventually, you might as well just have them. Just get it in right now.
It's your birthday. Happy birthday, kids! Your parents are dead. This month has been a good month. Your house was on fire, and now your parents are dead. Brilliant.
They did it to themselves because they didn't love you.
Oh my god!
You didn't. No, they didn't love you, and you didn't love them enough.
You weren't good enough to be
No.
loved.
Just leave a note that says this was your fault.
Oh no. Oh, that's a good note to leave on.
Yeah. We're leaving now. This was your fault, chat.
Bye.
All right, so yeah, we will see you next week.
Worked for Batman.
Worked for Batman. Shit, if we could turn the girls into Batman, that would be worth dying. I'll be honest.
Sorry, I just see the one stood on each other's shoulders.
Yeah, both of them are Batman.
Batman's just two little girls.
Both of them together are Batman.
No, it's actually Bruce Wayne is actually two little girls in a man suit, and that's the true secret.
Oh,
no one ever fucking knew.
They don't
That
believe.
would be amazing.
Nobody believes.
Yeah, thank you all for coming to whatever the fuck this was, and we will see you next week. Bye bye.